The journey to greatness begins with a single step, and leaving behind the year 2023 is the ideal moment to question, what actions can I undertake today to become the best version of myself tomorrow? As the final chapter of 2023 is closing, we find ourselves on the threshold of a new dawn that invites reflection and anticipation of the future. Life resembles an unknown journey where each day represents a new opportunity to influence our destiny. The ancient Stoics, with their profound wisdom, understood this dynamic. They were not merely philosophers isolated in their thoughts. Rather, they were realists deeply connected to the rhythms and fluctuations of life. If this is your first time on my channel, I ask for your help by subscribing and liking the video so I can continue creating more content like this in the future. Imagine a quiet evening at the end of 2023, reflecting on the past year while contemplating the future. It's not just about setting fleeting resolutions that could quickly fade away. Instead, it's about incorporating habits that shape and define your life going forward. That's why I present to you 10 habits inspired by Stoicism, designed to mark the transition from 2023 to 2024. These habits are not just ideas for reflection, they are practical and directly applicable to your daily life. So how do you build this routine? It's not about copying someone else's schedule, it's about creating one that resonates with you. Start by identifying your most productive time of day. Are you a morning person who thrives in the quiet hours of dawn, or does your energy peak as the day progresses? Tailor your routine to this natural rhythm. Dedicate your productive hours to important tasks that require your full attention and creativity. For me, it's about mastering the morning, not letting it master me. I begin with activities that set a positive tone for the day. A walk, a moment of reflection, tackling a creative project before the world wakes up. But remember, a routine is not just about work, it's about balance. Integrate habits that nurture the mind, body, and soul, whether it's reading, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. Crucially, maintain your routine. Consistency is the glue that holds everything together. As you build this routine, you'll see it becomes a foundation for cultivating good habits. After all, as Seneca reminds us, principles are necessary, and what is a routine, if not a principle you live by every day? 2. Don't let anxiety dominate you. There's a storm we all face, one that doesn't form in the sky but within us. Anxiety is a shadow that follows us, whispering about what could go wrong, what might happen. But here's a Stoic truth: you are not a puppet, and anxiety should not be the puppeteer. Aurelius, a man who led an empire, understood this. In his meditations he wrote, "Today I escaped anxiety," or no, I discarded it because it was within me. This is a powerful realization. Turbulence is not in the plane or the airport, it's within us. So how do we free ourselves from this invisible chain? The fundamental first step in dealing with anxiety is taking ownership of your own feelings. It's essential to recognize that anxiety is the result of your thoughts and perceptions, not a direct consequence of the environment around you. It can be compared to a dense fog distorting your vision, magnifying trivialities into enormous mountains. The key is to clear that mental fog, to perceive the world as it is, not as your fears paint it. This is where the practice of mindfulness becomes crucial. Take a moment, breathe deeply, and ask yourself the crucial question: is this worry a result of what's happening, or does it stem from what you fear might happen? Often, you'll find it's more about the latter scenario. Lastly, it's crucial to demystify a misconception about anxiety. It's not a preventive solution to face potential problems. In fact, it operates counterproductively. Instead of preparing you for future challenges, it paralyzes you. It's like rocking in a chair. There's a lot of movement, but there's no real progress. Therefore, as we enter the new year, let's make a promise to ourselves to break free from the chains that anxiety ties us with. Let's focus on life with a clear mind and a firm heart. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. When you realize this, you'll find an invaluable inner strength. 3. Start small. George Washington, a man whose determination shaped a nation, appreciated the saying, "Many small make a much," a humble Scottish proverb, yet it captures a profound truth. Greatness is composed of the diminutive. Similarly, Seneca, the founder of Stoicism, was right when he said that well-being is achieved through small steps, but it's not something small. He understood that transformation doesn't happen all at once, but in small, deliberate advances. Think of it as planting seeds. Each small seed has the potential to grow into something magnificent. When facing the task of applying this approach to our goals and habits, let's consider an example: the goal of reading more. Instead of setting an overwhelming and hard-to-reach goal, commit to small but consistent progress, like reading 1 page a day. This strategy is akin to building a mosaic, where each small piece contributes to the overall picture of our personal development. Remember that a long journey begins with a single step, and a habit is formed through a single, consistent action. James Clear captures this idea masterfully in his work, Atomic Habits. The essence of atomic habits lies not only in their explosive potential, but in their fundamental nature. Just like an atom, the smallest unit contains immense power. Similarly, our smallest habits are the foundations for profound and lasting change. Here reveals a fundamental Stoic principle. It's not just about taking small actions, it's also about thinking small. It's crucial to avoid falling into the trap of grandiose and unattainable promises. Instead, focus on what's right in front of you, on the immediate and achievable. By combining these small daily victories, you'll notice how they transform into significant changes over time. Even the mightiest river begins with a constant and gradual drip. As we enter 2024, let's embrace and recognize the power of starting small. Always remember the wise words of Zeno: "No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted." Therefore, when facing any goal or change you want to implement, remember the valuable lesson that Stoic philosophy teaches us. The power of consistency in small actions is the key to achieving significant and lasting accomplishments in your life. 4. Free up important resources. Time, that invaluable resource we possess, often fades away in trivial activities. We often claim to be short on time, but a glance at our screen hours reveals the authentic truth. It's not so much about gaining more time, but about using the time we already have wisely. Stoicism provides the fundamental lesson of focusing on the essential. Epictetus, a wise philosopher recognized for his pragmatism, expressed, "If you wish to improve, be willing to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters." This statement is about making a conscious choice not to get caught in the whirlwind of the non-essential. Whether it's aimless wandering through news, consuming an excessive amount of information, or getting digitally distracted, the strategy to deal with these situations involves double awareness and action. First and foremost, it's crucial to develop acute awareness of the destination of our time. Keeping a record of our activities for a day or even a week can be revealing. We'll be surprised at how much time we allocate to activities that add little value to our lives. This awareness is the first step towards change. Subsequently, decisive action comes into play. Start by reducing the time dedicated to these distractions. Set limits for the use of your applications. Designate specific times for catching up on news, and avoid aimlessly browsing the internet. It's not about disconnecting from the world, but choosing not to blindly immerse yourself in it. By reclaiming your time, you'll discover that you have more space for what truly matters, pursuing your goals, cultivating meaningful relationships, and personal growth. This habit isn't limited to time management. It encompasses the management of our own lives. Its essence lies in ensuring that the precious hours of our day are invested in activities that enrich and strengthen our existence rather than deplete it. As we step into the year 2024, let's remember the wise words of Epictetus and focus our energy and time on what truly contributes to our well-being and personal growth. Remember, every minute we dedicate to something meaningless is a minute subtracted from something meaningful in our lives. 5. Grant yourself the permission to stop. There's a story that resonates throughout time. It's not about a battle or a personal victory. Dwight Eisenhower, a man whose decisions shaped history, faced a formidable enemy: his habit of smoking 4 packs a day. His doctor's words were a call to arms: quit smoking or face disastrous consequences. Eisenhower's response was to give the order to stop, and he abruptly quit smoking after 40 years. It's a testimony to a profound principle: no man is free if he's not the master of himself. This story isn't just about overcoming a smoking habit. It's about conquering any vice that holds you captive. We all have our battles, whether with unhealthy habits, procrastination, or negative thinking. The key to victory lies in giving yourself the order to stop. It's about asserting control over your impulses rather than letting them control you. Seneca, another wise Stoic, observed that we are all slaves to something. But the beauty of Stoicism lies in recognizing that we hold the keys to our own chains. How do you apply this to your life? Identify that one thing. It could be that extra cup of coffee, the endless scrolling on social media, or any habit that's more of an obstacle than a help. Recognize its impact on your life and then make a firm and deliberate decision to stop. It's not about gradual change. It's about a definitive and intentional action. When you give the order to stop, you're not just breaking a habit, you're claiming your freedom. And as you enter 2024, carry with you this empowering message: you are the commander of your destiny, and the first order is to master yourself. You have now reached the halfway mark of the video. I congratulate you for trying to become a better version of yourself. And also, I humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "mind over body" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. 6. Do something difficult. At the beginning of each new year, Seneca, a Stoic giant, didn't just set resolutions, he made a bold statement. He plunged into the icy waters of the Tiber River. He didn't do it to swim. It was a demonstration of self-mastery. He was loudly proclaiming, "I am in charge." This act wasn't about the coldness of the water, but about the fervor it ignited internally, a flame of personal affirmation and resilience. It serves as a vivid reminder that at times, doing something difficult can be the act that empowers us and reminds us of our control over our actions and decisions. But how can we incorporate this valuable Stoic lesson into our lives? It all begins by stepping out of our comfort zone. Select something that challenges you, something that makes you feel somewhat uncomfortable. It could be a variety of actions: waking up an hour earlier, taking a cold shower, expressing your ideas in a meeting, or even venturing to learn a new skill. The activity itself is not as relevant as expanding your personal limits. It is in these moments of discomfort where we experience the most personal growth. It's where we truly discover what we are capable of. The essence of this practice lies not only in the difficulty itself, but in the reaffirmation of your will over your instincts. It constitutes a testimony to your inner strength, a clear demonstration that you are much more than your fears and indecisions. As you embark on this journey of facing the challenging, remember Seneca's implicit message: I control my actions, reactions, and mind. May 2024 be the period in which you embrace these challenges, proving to yourself that you can face and overcome difficult situations. After all, in the face of challenges, we not only survive but thrive and grow. 7. Stop fearing change. Embrace change. Diving into the acceptance of change is akin to entering the art of surfing the waves. If you resist, you will be thrown into the sea. But if you adapt, you will smoothly ride forward. Marcus Aurelius, in his profound meditations, spent time reflecting on the nature of change. He understood that life is a continuous flow of transformations. By fearing mutability, we deprive ourselves of the infinite possibilities and opportunities that lie before us. It's not just about accepting change, but welcoming it with open arms and a receptive attitude. To integrate this into your daily life, start by altering your perspective. Instead of considering change as a threat, embrace it as an inevitable and exciting part of your existence. It's a window open to growth, learning, and the exploration of new experiences. In the year ahead, challenge yourself to step out of your comfort zone. Dare to try something new, whether it's a hobby, a career change, or a re-evaluation of your way of thinking. It's precisely in these moments of uncertainty and novelty where personal growth often thrives the most. Also, cultivate a mindset of adaptability, similar to a tree that sways with the wind but remains firm. Learn to be flexible in the face of transformations. Adaptability doesn't imply passivity, but actively finding ways to thrive and grow in new circumstances. As you navigate life's changing landscapes, remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius. The universe changes. Life is what our thoughts make it. Change is inevitable, but how we decide to face it is what truly matters. Learning to adapt and seeing each challenge as an opportunity for improvement is a powerful approach. Instead of resisting change, embrace the opportunity it represents. Turn every challenge into a chance to develop new skills, expand your worldview, and discover new facets of your own strength. May 2024 be an opportunity for you to master the waves of change with skill and grace, turning each new challenge into an opportunity for personal development and self-discovery. 8. Associate with people who make you better. The influence of the people around us extends far beyond what we usually recognize. It's comparable to walking through a dense forest, where the paths you choose determine the destination you reach. This notion, though not novel, was deeply understood by the Stoics. Seneca, through his writings, highlighted the value of surrounding oneself with individuals who foster growth and wisdom. In his words, associate with those who will make a better man of you. This premise is not limited to choosing friendships, but to selecting influences that shape your character and life. Reflecting on the social circle around us is a fundamental step on the path to personal development. Who are the people with whom we spend most of our time? They reflect the qualities we admire and aspire to for ourselves. The quest is not about finding perfect individuals, but identifying those who challenge us, promote our growth, and align with our values. It's like planting seeds in fertile ground that encourages our growth and evolution. Remember that if we surround ourselves with people stumbling in their personal development, we are likely to end up limping ourselves. This approach is not just about avoiding negative influences, but actively seeking those that positively inspire us and propel us toward greatness. Building our own Stoic circle can take various forms, from joining a book club or participating in a debate group to simply surrounding ourselves with friends committed to personal growth. Engaging in activities that nourish our minds and spirits, where ideas are debated, philosophically questioned, and mutually challenged, is crucial. As Seneca wisely expressed, we learn while we teach. By surrounding ourselves with people who push us to reach our best selves, we not only rise to the occasion, but exceed expectations. May 2024 be a period where we meticulously cultivate our garden of influences, ensuring that each individual contributes significant value to our personal journey of growth and self-realization. 9. Say no to the non-essential. In a world full of choices and distractions, learning to say no becomes a crucial skill for focus and mental clarity. Marcus Aurelius, a leader facing the complexities of ruling an empire, understood the importance of discernment. He wisely noted that much of our actions are non-essential. By rejecting the non-essential, we not only free up valuable time, but also amplify our ability to focus on what truly matters. It's about creating meaningful space by clearing the chaos surrounding our daily lives. To incorporate this principle into our existence, it's essential to carefully evaluate our commitments. Are they aligned with our values and personal goals? It's easy to get trapped in a whirlwind of busy tasks that contribute minimally to our overall purpose. Practicing the art of saying no to these distractions doesn't mean being distant or uncooperative, but rather setting boundaries that allow us to dedicate our energy to genuinely meaningful activities. Each time we commit to something that lacks significance, we unintentionally reduce the time and energy we could devote to something truly meaningful in our lives. Transforming this dynamic largely involves giving deep and conscious value to each of our choices. The key is to make our yeses purposeful and concrete, saying an emphatic and sincere yes to activities that not only fill our time, but also nurture our lives in various aspects. This could manifest in various forms, such as seeking new opportunities for personal growth, dedicating quality time to our closest relationships, or immersing ourselves in our deepest passions. This type of selective affirmation is not merely a casual response or a mechanical act, but a deep commitment to excellence and authenticity. It's a conscious decision to invest our time and effort in what shapes our essence, challenges us to grow, and helps build the kind of life we truly want to live. As we face the new year, let's allow ourselves to reserve our yes for what truly brings us closer to the person we aspire to become. Following Marcus Aurelius's wise guidance, let's question at every moment whether what presents itself is truly necessary. May 2024 be the year where we perfect the delicate and powerful skill of rejecting the non-essential, thus paving a path to a life rich in focus, purpose, and deep satisfaction. 10. Return to the rhythm. Understanding our humanity is a journey that invites us to accept and embrace our imperfections and lapses. Marcus Aurelius, an eminent leader who navigated the complexities of life and the empire, had remarkable insight into the inevitability of facing obstacles and mistakes in the course of our lives. His reflections focused on the importance not only of getting up when we fall, but also on recognizing the intrinsic beauty of our humanity that allows us to do so. In this journey, understanding that stumbling is an inherent part of our journey, not a deviation from it, is fundamental. In practical terms, adopting a mindset of resilience and forgiveness when we make mistakes in our daily decisions, a slip in the diet, a lapse in training, or a hesitant execution of our resolutions, is key. Embracing this latter approach is where true transformation lies. It's about ingraining the habit of self-compassion and persistence in each return to the right path. Every time we rediscover our course, we strengthen the ability to withstand and persist in the face of challenges. In this journey, celebrating our ability to recover and regain our rhythm, no matter how many times we may have lost it, is crucial. It's fundamental to remember that this journey is not about reaching perfection, but about recognizing progress and embracing the continuous journey back to what truly matters. Quoting Epictetus, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." As we step into 2024, it is essential to carry with us the heart and essence of these Stoic practices, not just as abstract concepts, but as tangible actions that shape our daily lives. Each day presents a new opportunity, a blank canvas where our actions are the strokes that configure the portrait of our existence. Therefore, let's start today. Choose a practice, whether it's a reflective moment in the morning or an act of kindness, and observe how these actions transform and beautify our world. If you enjoyed our video, like it, subscribe, and comment so that YouTube knows that these types of videos are for people like you, and we can continue creating similar videos in the future.